Ooh, oh man, we got to get into these record number high mass layoffs that's happening all around the country, starting with Apple, Stellantis, and Tesla. Man, it's getting out of control. Let's get to it.
Tesla, thousands of employees, which equates to around 14,000 jobs nationwide. These layoffs directly impacted Tesla workers in Central Texas. 6 News anchor Adriana Alexander spoke with a now former employee who says this layoff comes as a real surprise. Adriana, we hate to see it.
Definitely hate to see it. I spoke to a former Tesla employee at the Gigafactory near Austin earlier today. They had to remain anonymous because they signed a non disclosure agreement with the company. But they said when they went to clock in to work this morning, it didn't work, and an email followed an hour later saying they were terminated. CEO Elon Musk sent.
Hold on. So you wait to get to work, and then you trying to scan your badge in, and you figure out your badge ain't working to get let in. And then you check your emails and you figured out you was fired. Oh man, that's evil. That's deceitful right there. These hiring managers or whatever, that's how they get y'all. That's how they get y'all. They came and let y'all know days ahead that you getting fired or weeks ahead. No, they're gonna let you know the day you show up for work. Messed up.
Out a memo to employees saying the company is preparing for its next phase of growth, citing cost reductions and increasing productivity as driving factors. Tesla reported car sales were down 9% in the first quarter this year compared to last year, as there more electric car competition on the market. For this employee, them and their coworkers assumed they were being transferred to a different department, not knowing they would be losing their jobs and never returning.
We thought we were going to Cybertruck. That's the new department that the new vehicle we're building. They've been rounding people up to go up there because they just opened night shift. I got my first apartment working at Tesla. I just got my first car. Like, I have bills. I have a life, actually, outside of work. And that's what they never understood.
Now, we don't know.
Sir, you think these big corporations care about your bills or that you have a life? Huh? When have in American history these big time tech corporations ever cared about you having a bill, wife, and kids? And it's not like they're calling you saying, hello? Hey Johnson, hey, how you doing? How's your kids? How's your wife? Do you need anything? No, they don't give a god darn funk about you. They don't. They don't care. You like a robot to them. Off with the next, on to the next. Off, next, off, next. Replaceable like that. And now they bringing in these autonomous factories in. Oh, you guys are finished. Yeah, you white collar job folks, y'all done.
Exactly the number of layoffs that occurred at the Gigafactory. That former employee, as well as dozens of others on social media, just wished for a heads up so they could have prepared to find another job sooner, Chris.
Yeah, you feel so bad for him. Left holding the bag now. He mentioned he just has a car payment to worry about. Adriana, thank you for that report. You'll have more for.
That's crazy. That's Tesla for you. Now we're gonna get into Apple.
This is from Apple, its latest round of tech worker layoffs in the Bay Area. KTV's James Torres here to tell us what we know about why Apple is making the move and how we're learning about it. James?
Allie, good morning. Well, for practically the entirety of the pandemic, Apple was able to avoid some of those large, massive layoffs. We saw that in the thousands for other tech giants. And while Apple's numbers are much smaller than compared to the rest, tech experts say it's still a sign of the times and an insight into what it takes to run this kind of business. It's mostly spelled out in state records. According to California's Employment Development Department, or the EDD, Apple notified its employees of a layoff last week. The company filed a working adjustment and retraining notification, also known as a WARN report, with the EDD, and those records show 614 total Apple employees were.
So Tesla laid out 400 workers. Apple laid off 600 workers in California. And that was only the first round. There's more rounds to come. You know how they go? 4 rounds? There's more rounds to come. There's 3 more rounds to come of firing. So this number is not even hitting the tip of the iceberg.
We're told they are being let go from 8 offices in Santa Clara County. The question is, for those employees and the industry, what happens next?
The one thing that I think a lot of people who watch the tech industry are trying to figure out is if this is the end of the layoffs. there are hundreds of people
This is
who
just the
have been
beginning.
laid off from Apple. That's far smaller than the thousands upon thousands of people we saw laid off from Google and Facebook and whatnot. So it may be that this is actually a sign that maybe this is the end of the layoffs. But make no mistake, there are still hundreds of people who are now going to be searching for a job.
Experts suggest those employees were likely working on Apple's self-driving.
I'll give you guys one great tip. Young workers, I'll give you guys one great tip. Instead of using all your skills and talent and searching for jobs in these tech corporations that don't give a damn about you, use those skills and open up your own tech company. Yeah. And broaden up the free market so there could be more competition. Then you don't know, these tech companies that's afraid of competition, they might end up buying your company for hundreds of $1 million or hundreds of $1 billion. Why not that? Why not take that route? Take the entrepreneur route. You'll be better off, trust me.
Driving car project, which had been dubbed Project Titan within the company. Apple scrapped those plans earlier this year after quietly working on it since 2014. Apple also holds a reputation for usually making an effort to move people from failed projects to other departments.
Apple, shame on y'all. Shame on all. Billions of dollars Apple's made. I'm talking billions and billions and billions of dollars. And they still laying off tech workers. This is crazy. Stellantis, you on the list too. You next.
Long-term sustainability came as quite the surprise out here at the Sterling Heights assembly plant on Friday when they started handing out 199 indefinite layoff notices to employees here, especially when you consider that they make the bread and butter for this company, the Ram 1500 pickup truck. The industry has been expecting a downturn, and now it's shown up. This is the notice they received on Friday telling them they're laid off starting Monday, April 22nd. The company is going to file their unemployment claims for them. Unwelcome and unexpected to UAW Local 1700 President Michael Spencer, telling Local 4, quote, "I find it disappointing and disgusting and a disservice to the employees who are currently employed and those employees who were released through mass termination from Stellantis since the ratification of the 2023 contract," end quote. Stellantis' response tells us it's just the beginning, though. Quote, "The company will be implementing indefinite layoffs across its U.S. footprint over the coming..."
You heard that? They had the audacity to tell y'all in y'all face, this is just the beginning. The company will be implementing indefinite layoff all across America. And then listen to what they say. Listen to these keywords. These actions will help improve productivity, ensure the company's long-term sustainability in a rapid changing global market. Look at those big words. You know what all of that mumbo jumbo mean? Artificial intelligence, robotics. They don't need. This is how they call it. This is not how I'm calling it. This is how they see it. They don't need y'all lazy, funky workers. They don't need y'all no more. Yeah, that's what those big words right there. Productivity, long-term sustainability, and rapid changing global market. Y'all replacements is here. I told y'all. They was gonna wait a couple of minutes, a couple of months, probably years, make these robotics, make this artificial intelligence even smarter, and take y'all jobs. Automation is coming. Automation is here. And this is only the beginning. That's why I keep telling folks to go learn a skill. Turn that skill, become an entrepreneur, turn that skill, hone it, craft it, build it, and make it profitable. Because it's all about the capital. You feel me? And these big companies, they get in the capital and then they expand and they reach. So you got to get the money and expand the reach. Get the capital and expand your reach. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. This is a global domination market. And they honing in on y'all. Y'all gonna be the victims left at the end. Can't pay your mortgage, can't pay your rent, can't pay your car note, just can't do anything. They basically saying roll over, go in the streets, become poverty, and that's it. We don't want to hear your mouth. We don't want to hear your mouth.
months. These actions will help improve productivity and ensure the company's long-term sustainability in a rapidly changing global market.
Too many vehicles have been built up over the last 6 months.
Auto Forecast Solutions analyst Sam Fiorani says that Stellantis is adjusting to a sales slowdown. AFS inventory numbers show that Jeep currently operates at about 130 days supply of vehicles, while Ram is at 150. Automakers usually like to run at about 90 days for trucks and 60 for cars. And he looks to higher inflation and last fall's stand-up strike as part of why this is happening.
Where they had built up vehicles before the strike. And then the strike didn't last as long as it wasn't as deep as they expected. So there's extra vehicles there.
And Stellantis looks to compete with its smaller domestic competitors in this SEV transition.
North America is very important to the overall company. And so making sure that they make their profits here so they can pay for a lot of things.
Look at all these machines. Look at all these machines. They basically don't even really need workers to manufacture these cars. I'm just being honest. Tesla don't need y'all. Apple don't need y'all. Stellantis don't need y'all. And more of these tech companies are going to start saying that, if those big time companies don't need y'all, we don't need y'all. So I'm telling y'all, hone in on a craft/skill. The entrepreneur is the only way forward. America, go learn a skill. Whether it's personal credit, business credit, structuring a trust, e-commerce, whatever, go learn a skill. That's all I'm saying. Make that money. Make that money before doomsday come and they lay all of y'all off and now the robots is telling you what to do. And now the artificial intelligence and the computing and all these mind reading programs telling you what to do and how to think. Get ready, because we're entering a brave new world, America.
Things around the world, especially as more investment is moving towards electric vehicles and other technologies.
And when it comes to that bloated inventory, Fiorani says he expects to see these kinds of layoffs happen at the Warren truck plant where they make the Wagoneer, and also at Jeep plants in Detroit and Toledo. In Sterling Heights, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Done. You see, Spook working on this, Spook working on this, and Spook is working on everything else. Spook is honing on these skills and these crafts. Spook is running up the bag up before this comes. Yeah, Spook, we're not gonna be running around with our heads chopped off at the end like everybody else. No, we're gonna prepare for the future. So we see what's coming, and then we prepare as of now, today, of what's coming. So that way we're not asked out and we don't end up in the streets, homeless. Yeah. You catch my drift, right? Y'all catch my drift? All right. I thank y'all, boys and gals. Thank y'all for tuning in with Spook. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification. Deuces and salute.